Hey there guys, ZZ Musker here, back for another day in the jungle, playing some Green Hell. We're going to be doing some tips today on your inventory space and if there is any extra storage. So without any further ado, let's get to it. So first of all, on the controller, left bumper to get into your bag. As you can see, it holds loads of things, so you use your D-pad or the arrows to go through the bag. On the top carries your larger sticks. Not long, but the larger sticks, and then the bottom one here is for your small sticks. These two are really useful for fire and a lot of the building materials. Down here is where you would store your rope, and you can obviously move them around, which is quite cool if you need to move them around. And they you get from trees, really big trees. If we go inside the bag, as you can see, we can fit quite a varied amount of stuff. From everything, we can pick this up, we can move it around, we'll put that over there if you want, so you can really manually move everything. As you can see, we've got varied things in there, and you can stack stuff. So for instance, if I move that bird feather around and had a space to put it anywhere, as you can see, oh there we go, got a space, you can separate them. So if you needed to separate things, you can do. Let's go right again. So in that one, that's sort of our crafting inventory. So all of this is stuff I can craft with. I can either put this dressing on a wound, I can use this to craft with, I can right click on here, craft, harvest, etc. Same with the fish. If I harvest that fish here and press harvest, you will see that it's disappeared from that inventory. But if we go on this right hand side, we can see we have fish bones, so we've got even more of these fish bones now. They quickly stack up, but the meat that you thought we would have got has disappeared. So go right one, and you can see we have some arowana, fresh meat, just here. Pick one of those up. That is what we just got from that fish. And as you see, we can move that around. We're going to use that for, you can use that for cooking or soups, whatever you need. What is lovely about this inventory, as you see, you can get loads of stuff in there, move it all around. These hold water as well, so that's another useful inventory tip, is if you find or make a bidon, definitely use it to hold dirty, and then once you've cooked that water, you can actually transfer the clean water back into your bidon. That's a lovely little inventory tip. And if you find this metal one, that holds 100 hydration, which is quite a lot. I will give you tips in the next video about where to find this bidon. This metal wooden water bidon, because it's very, very useful, very good, along with the metal pot that we left at the other camp. What is that noise? Monkey somewhere. Right, so we're in that holds all your meat, your water, your food. Everything you can eat is in that section. But saying that, you can also eat a couple of leaf piles, which is a bit odd. Right, this side, this is where you have all your equipment. So as you see, I've got a few bits of equipment down here, like the hook, grappling hook and the gun, bit of diving gear, climbing gear on here as well, on the arm, and just here, as you see, I've got a hand drill. There is a couple of different types of ways to make fire, and this is one of them. So this side holds all of your fire making equipment, and in this bit just here, it will hold things like dry leaves and birds' nests that you can use to make fire. Okay, if we go across the D-pad again, as you see, we now have all of our weaponry. So these are all the weapons that we've either made or we've found. So all of that side, and you can pick them up, put them where you want, move them around in there. But you can access your weapons going left and right on the D-pad if you need to. So that is your basic inventory on you. So what's nice about this is, like this, if it's all messed up and you need a bit more space, you're trying to get something in there. So for instance, maybe not that. If we had to fit loads of these in there, that's a bad example. Let's take a few things. Okay, this would be good. Right, can't pick that up. Can't pick the tortoise shell up. The same, no space in the backpack. So let's go to the backpack. It's supposed to fit in that section there. Now to manually move all these things one place to another, because you can see how much, if we pick this up now, because we can actually pick it up whilst we've got the bag open, which is a very, very useful tip. And we can even run around with this in our hand with the bag open. So if you are full completely and you can't carry it, and you're quite close to the base, that's a little tip for you. You can still walk as long as you know where you're going. But as you can see, it kind of shows us what sort of space size it needs in the bag. So what we can do is either manually move all of these, which would take some time, because you need to find a space big enough and put it in the space, and if it's not, move one across and be like, oh, can I fit that there? Now I can fit that there. You get the point. So instead of that, as you can see at the bottom, press and hold down on the D-pad. Cleans it all out, and now you can simply put it in. Really nice, sorts everything out into a really clean way to hold. But as you can see, I have now got this tortoise shell in the bag, but I am moving incredibly slow. And that is one thing the bag will tell you. So in the top left hand side, you'll see on this red bit here, it's now red because we are 50.8 over 50. Ideally, we want to be under 50. Quite a bit under if you're going scavenging. So let me just put a few of these bowls out, which will also collect the rain when it rains. So we can use these as water things, which is really good. Right, so as soon as I drop this one, I am now below that 50, so I can walk a bit faster, which is nice. So just remember to be below that 50 and you'll be able to walk absolutely fine. So there's the inventory, and as you saw, so if we go to the meat section, oh gosh, press and hold down, that'll organise that meat section as well. So what we'll do now is, this is all of our storage that we have completely. You can store water in here, so if I go down to the water and refill these water bidons just by dunking them in, there we go, I'll dunk that one in, and that one's not quite full, so let me dunk that one. Doesn't make a sound, that one, I don't know why. Let's go back up here. Okay, so we have some soups already cooked, so if I drink that, gives me some great, as you can see on the right hand side, gives me some great carbs, proteins, all the nutrients you need. But I've got dirty water in this water bidon. There's a coconut and rope to craft it together. If I pick this up and put that in there, that will now make clean water. Let me drink another one of these and you will see what happens. So we've got 15 left, so this is now empty. Our water bidon is empty. This is now clean water that we just boiled. So get your water bidon, put it back over here, taken all of that tortoise shell water out, 25 clean water. Now this one has also been cleaned on the right hand side by the fire. So let's take that out, let's put that there. Now that has not emptied that. I didn't do it, bear with me. There we go. So that has now filled that completely of fresh, clean water. So when you're going out on a journey, you can take that with you, you'll be absolutely fine. Great way of carrying water with you and storing water as an extra inventory. So instead of carrying it around with you all the time, if you know you're going to be around your base, get loads of bowls. Tortoise shells or coconuts also work there. So if I get one of these coconut shells, pick this up here, and if I go around this side of the fire, get the shell in the inventory section, put that on there, that will also hold water. So I'll get some of this dirty water and, as you see, put it in there. One thing I always find as a good tip is when you're not using the fire and you've cooked everything you need, so you've cooked the soup, you've got your clean fresh water there and you don't need the fire any longer, take some of your dirty water to save the inventory of the wood. So it's actually becoming night time, isn't it? It's becoming night time, but we'll put out the fire anyway because we can just get it going again. So let's put it over there, and there you go. You can see we've now put the fire out. So this has actually stayed with the same amount of wood that we stopped it with. So if we go back to making a fire with the hand drill, so we'll use that, use some of these dry leaves which we've just organised. Come on, you can do it, let's make a fire. And where we go. So that is simple, and if we wanted to restock the fire, all we'll need to do is grab a stick, put it on, and it refills the fire for us. So we don't need to wait until it burns down and rebuild a new one. We can just keep stocking up with large sticks. Okay, there is one great thing that I've got left to show you in regards to your inventory and storage. So, one thing I want to show you is the storage capacity, extra storage that you can get, which is this storage box right here. So these are 10 sticks, 2 planks and a mud brick. So as you can see, we can build this round here just like so, and if I had sticks I will put them in there. Let me just make this mud. I need loads of water. So what I would do is I'd make this mud. Oh, is that not got water? Oh, it's empty now. That's clean water, but that doesn't matter, we can use that. As you can see, that's refilling. So if we refilled all of that, it's getting quite dark now. So again, with the water bidons, let's put one in there, let's put another one in there, and we go back to the mud and re-put the water in. This will be almost halfway and almost full. There we go. And now I need to mix the mud. What that will give us is mud bricks. And then we need 2 logs and 10 sticks. And once we have those 2 logs and 10 sticks, so just go to any tree like that to get the little long sticks, but you need a bigger tree to get the logs. So that sort of tree should get you 1 or 2 logs. Once you have those 1 or 2 logs, you can build this storage box just here, which, if I get rid of it, looks like this one just here. So this here, if you can see it guys, is a storage box. Sorry that it's a bit dark at the moment over this way, but this holds everything that you need at your base, I would say. So if we go in here, as you can see, it's quite the size. I've accidentally left some poison dart frog meat in there, so let's just harvest that up, get some lava, some maggots from that. So as you can see, I've got loads of bird feathers, because I collect bird feathers all the time. That's all I seem to do, is collect bird feathers and bones. So, I don't even kill that many birds. What I do is keep the long life sort of stuff in here, so rations, emergencies, crafting things, always some dry leaves, because this is my base box. So when I'm back, I want to make sure that I can quickly make a fire, get some bandages if I've ran past. But as you can see, this stores quite a large amount, probably the same amount again as your bag. But all it is 2 planks, 10 sticks, and 2 mud. And the mud is really simple to use, and really it helps you build everything. But overall, that is most of your inventory. So that is your main bits of inventory. You have your bag, which has the few different sections in it. So you've got one for your meats, you've got your one for your fire starting and equipment, you've got one for your weapons, you've got one for your crafting ingredients as well, so sticks, fires, ropes, and then this is your useful stuff, so your bandages, hooks to help you, healing ingredients, things of that nature. And then we have the storage box. Also, what you will see, you will find little bags and things like this around the world, which also store things in them. What I usually do is not even pick them up. If I know I'm going to be back in that location, I'll leave them in there, because they'll just take up space in my bag. These will always stay there, so I don't need to worry about them until I actually do need them. So other than that guys, I think that is the inventory done for today. So hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you do, please drop a comment, drop a follow, and join in for the next tip and tutorial on Green Hell. Thanks ever so much guys, and take it easy.